Hello, I'm Laura Milkins, and I'm a nationally recognized interdisciplinary artist living here in Tucson, Arizona, and I am going in search of the Great America. This project is a mobile radio lab traveling to every state in the Union, a big city, and a small town in each state, asking people to define their Great America past, present, and future. I'm interested in finding out who we are as a nation, what do we believe in, and what do we want for ourselves. With the advent of COVID-19, I am not going to be traveling physically. I am going to be traveling my route that I originally planned virtually, asking librarians to nominate someone in their community that they think I should interview for this project. So the questions for the project are, where did you grow up and what was it like growing up there? Was there a time in history that you felt America was great and why? What's great about now for you, and what does your great future look like? And the final question is, who are we when we are our best? I feel like in these fraught times, it's really important to think about national identity and personal identity. As we quarantine ourselves in our homes, I think most of the people are thinking about who am I? What's important to me? What's important to me as a nation? What's important to me as a city, a town where I live? When Trump started saying, make America great again, all I could think was, great for who? You know, what is your great America? That's the question that I want to know. So the podcast will be posted weekly. It's an audio podcast, which would be available on iTunes as well as on my website. There will also be weekly videos. I'm inviting people in the community to capture something about their town or city that they think that people would want to see. There will also be a screening in Tucson at the end of the video and the audio. So it's a very collaborative project. I'm involving librarians, I'm involving the guests, visioning their creative visioning of the world that they want to live in. I'm also asking community members to make videos, showing something about their community. And I have a resident historian, Tom Przalski, who will be answering the question of what was it like in that town in the time period when people named that it was a great time to live in America. Who lived there? Who was or wasn't included in that great America? The last thing that I'll have is a demographic sheet where people will fill out all of their demographic information, and I'll collect that data and send it on to the librarians and say, these are the types of people I've already talked to. Consider that when you're nominating somebody in your community. I am a performance artist who doesn't perform. I do these online interactive projects, asking people to participate, getting the community involved, and really having people build the project with me, as opposed to being in a staged location and doing something on a stage or doing it in a very short period of time. The other things that I've done that relate to this are the depression session, where I did a 3-year radio and podcast program where I asked people to talk about their depression and things that helped them through it. I also did walking home stories, where I walked from Tucson, Arizona to Grand Rapids, Michigan, where my mom lives, with a live webcam, and invited people to walk with me and share stories, and I also stayed in their homes. The final project that I did back as a Fulbright scholar was to walk across Mexico City, inviting people to walk with me and share a story. I wouldn't walk if no one walked with me. And I happened to do it during an outbreak of a pandemic, H1N1. And so I feel like I'm uniquely qualified to do a project like this, and I can't wait to get started. My work is very participatory, and it includes everyone. So I'll be doing a lot of press releases, inviting people before it starts on May 15th, during the project throughout the communities, also at the end to invite people to come to the premiere screening. I'd like to have the screening in a space like MoCA or the Tucson Art Museum or maybe Steinfeld Warehouse, a big enough space to invite a lot of people to come to it. I plan to have audio listening stations where you could put on headphones and hear the stories. There would also be a screening of the videos with components of the audio. That would happen on the first night, and then the other things would remain in the space. In this time of COVID-19, I think it's really important to think about personal identity and national identity, what kind of people we want to be, and what kind of world we want to live in. I really look forward to hearing these people answer these questions, and the award would allow me to do two things. One is to be able to pay my videographers for their time and for making these videos about their community. And secondly, to legitimize the project and invite more people into it because an organization in the community saw value in what I did and supported it. So I think this is a great project and a great time to do a project like this. Thank you so much.